Hey, baby! And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back here to the Resident Rise 3 server where we are playing Resident Rise 3, if you couldn't guess. And look at that beautiful sunrise. Isn't that great, guys? So today, guys, we are going to maybe look into how we want to build into our giant word hole here. Did I call it world hole? I think I called it a word hole. But anyway, I went ahead and I set up a bit of a grid if we fly up here and go into hover mode. So I'm not sure how I want to handle the building of my big base here. All I know is that I want it to be a series of kind of strangely shaped architectural spires, kind of like what I did. Actually, where is my base? Like this over here, but in the middle of this thing. And I honestly don't think I'm going to use up all of the room that this world hole is taken. This is kind of a 100 by 100 world hole, and I think I may have bit off more than I could chew. I mean, I could build a building in here, no problem, but also using up the space effectively is another is another key point. I think I'm just gonna have like kind of an empty building with a few rooms with machines in them, but we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking of building something kind of octagonal here in the middle, but the problem I'm having is the turtle does not build octagons very well. It's kind of funky. The builder program, I'm going to have to do some tests with it to see if I can start it here and it will build, you know, kind of an octagon within this square, because I need it to be centered, and that's the whole reason I made this sort of grid here. So yeah, I want at least the middle spire to be octagonal or hexagonal. Any of those would be fine. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to use a building guide from, what is it called? Let's type it in here. It's a building guide. Where is it? Let's just type in guide. No? Where? A builder? Building? Buildo? One of these things? Maybe it's not in here. But anyway, one of these things has like a building guide, and you can set up like these ghost blocks and use it to build. So what I would do is I'd put a builder's guide right here and use it, but I would have to place all the blocks manually. Luckily, what I have been doing is using this turtle to build the big structures of these cylinders here, but if I have to build this by hand, it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. But anyway, we're going to continue testing with this, and we'll figure out a good situation. But yeah, so that's my situation here with the world hole, or base number 2. I've got my 4 spires built, and what I need to do now is think about the middle spire and the surrounding spires. I'm thinking maybe there might be 4 more or 3 more, depending on how I want to do it, and then like a big walkway coming into the structure here. I don't know. Still thinking about it. If you guys have any ideas, I would like to hear it, but I kind of like what I did here with my starter base. So I think I'm gonna follow suit with that over there. And yeah, so cool. All right, I need to show you guys this if the world would load in. But over here, you guys remember in the last episode we built our tree farm, and a tree just appeared there. There he goes, disappeared. Beautiful. And what? Oh my god, the tree farm is doing amazing, guys. Look at all the wood I have, and look at all the charcoal I have. I actually had to increase the production of this quite a bit. It was producing a lot more wood than it was charcoal with the setup that I had last time. So what I did at the start is I increased this, the nether furnaces here by 3. So it's doing 3 there, and that still wasn't enough. It was producing far too much wood. So I upgraded these barrels all the way to endstone, and if we look at Wayla, they're able to hold like 100,000 of you know, this sort of block. So we've got 100,000 wood here. We've got 100,000 charcoal here, and I've got a handy little system of a transfer node with a stack upgrade and a couple speed upgrades in order to transfer charcoal into barrels and then take them inside the base here. Eventually, I would like to have this automated so that, you know, maybe there's a dimensional transceiver here that automatically sends the charcoal into the power production area. But yeah, it's going great. I had to add void upgrades to all of these barrels because occasionally it would get choked up with all the wood that this thing has created. Another upgrade I did, and we might have to turn on Wayla to see it, is underneath the trees, I put this stuff called fertilized dirt. Now, if we look that up, this is a block from random things, but let's type it in. Fertilized dirt is like this. Basically, it's bone meal, rotten flesh, and dirt, and that makes one fertilized dirt. And it does increase the tree growth dramatically to the point that I've got this much wood here, and I've got this much charcoal. So we have a ton of everything, and honestly, I want to keep this going. So I don't want it to accidentally start voiding charcoal. So what I'm gonna have to do, and we'll type this in here, we're gonna have to make ourselves a deep storage unit, but we'll type it in correctly, of course. Deep storage unit. This is a block from Mine Factory Reloaded. You can hold infinite amount of items in it, but one of the funky things about this block is that it uses the expensive recipe. The expensive recipe requires either a resonant energy cell, so that is going to require making Enderium. And what else does it take? It takes reinforced strong blocks. So yeah, that's kind of a pain in the butt, but it will be worth it if we can have infinite charcoal. I'm going to show you down here. I actually built underneath the ground real messily, basically where all the charcoal is being produced. So what is in here? So it's producing more wood than these things can actually outkeep. Oh wait, I didn't set these. Hold on. This is actually going to increase it even more once I get these set up correctly. There we go. I guess I forgot to do these when I set this up. But basically, it's taking wood and smelting it with other wood to make charcoal. Now, it's not the most efficient way to make charcoal, but I have so much wood that I see no reason why not to do this. So we've got about, I think about 15 nether furnaces here, or nether furnaces, creating tons and tons of charcoal, guys. It's so much that I gotta figure out what to do with it. So one thing, of course I can do with it, is use it in either a survivalist generator or a furnace generator. We'll just type in generators here real quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's two types of generators. One is the survivalist generator, and from everything I've read and what people tell me is that the survivalist generator is the most efficient, but it is very slow. Now, the furnace generator is quicker, but you lose some of the power, but it also takes a ton of iron. So honestly, I don't see no real reason why not to make this. I have a ton of resources now since I've ran my quarries. Look at this. So I did figure out the GUI, or the GUI for all of the draconic stuff. So I can now open this. I can now open the tablet without it cutting off the screen. So yeah, if we open the tablet, we see the whole thing now. I think what I had to do is just reduce my GUI 1 point, and it worked out pretty good. So yeah, all the draconic stuff's here. I think oh my god, the draconic chest is so overpowered, guys. This thing is amazing. Look at all of this. I've basically been taking all of the ores from my my quarry and just throwing them in here and just standing back and letting it do its business. The only downside to this is it does take a ton of power, but now that we have our charcoal situation figured out, this is not a problem anymore. This thing creates, baby. There is nothing it can't do. It is an amazing chest, and I want to actually make a bunch more so that I can actually use them as portable storage too, because imagine having this as portable storage. You know, it wouldn't be smelting things, but we could keep everything that we had in it, and when we wanted to do a project, we just throw down a draconic chest, get our tons of stuff, and yeah. So, what else have we been doing in between episodes? If we look out here, where was I going? Here to these things. What I've been doing is I've been putting down this floating lunium more and more and more, and I've been using all of the mana in my mana pools. They're just now very slowly recovering. And it's now raining. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can do that. I don't want to turn off the sound altogether, but it is raining on us, so I made 3 more diamond chests, and I put them out here, guys, and I am getting tons of stuff. Now, what I want to do is I want to count up all the iridium that I have. I have so much iridium, guys. Like, who cares about using UU matter anymore? I've already got like a stack and a half of iridium here. So if I was really interested in industrial craft, I think I could almost make one of those really awesome iridium solar panels that do amazing things and make up a lot of power real cheatily. So yeah, there's that. Another thing I've been getting is a ton of this archaeology stuff, which I kind of want to grab some of it, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a little care package for Monkeypuzzle, because he is really into this stuff. He has been making dinosaurs and other things like that, so I'm thinking if we grab any of these pristine figurines that we are getting for free from our Lunium, we'll grab some of these zombie figurines as well. I also want to give him one of these records as well. So we're going to drop off a little present for Mr. Monkeypuzzle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that. We're going to run over to his base here in a little bit. I haven't been over to his base, but I do want to show you guys some of his dinosaurs, because he has some really cool dinosaurs. So it's becoming nighttime, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick sleep, and then we'll head over there. I think that'll be really fun. Oh, I'm in hover mode. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, can I sleep? I can sleep. I'm actually sleeping inside of the chest that is above my bed. So yeah, let's go check out Monkeypuzzle's base, and we'll drop off a quick little present for him. I didn't bring a sign with me, so I think we'll just leave it, and then maybe after the episode I'll come back and put a sign on it. But if we go in this direction, into the Monkeypuzzle area of whatever you want to call this, his area. Look at these guys! He has got some plesiosaurs, and they apparently have not taken a bath anytime soon. I think it's because they're all pinned up in this little border area. You know, the water is unable to circulate, so they're all smelly now. As you can see, the stink lines are just coming right off of them. But anyway, let's find a good place to maybe leave Monkeypuzzle a gift. Should we do it up here in his tower, maybe? I think that sounds good. Let's just jump down here. Alright, we're in his tower. We'll put it right here, right next to his medieval warfare, ancient whatchamacallit. So we'll put this fossil record here. We'll put 2 pristine zombie figurines, and we'll put 2 of those. And there you go, Mr. Monkeypuzzle. There's some archaeology stuff that you can only get through basically cheating like I did, making the Lunium, or just looking through all of the dungeon chests you ever find. So cool. Alright, I definitely wanted to leave Monkeypuzzle a little present of whatever that is. I don't even understand fully what I gave him, but maybe he can figure it out and make more use of it. I don't know. So, that being said, guys, I think what we need to do next is... So, I'll show you my power situation. We're going to go down here if I can get out of hover mode. Sometimes the emergency power mode is a little tricky. So over here, this is all of the power my base is producing at the moment. I did make this thing in the early game, the heated redstone generator, but honestly, I think I'm going to lose it. It's not doing what I want it to do, and apparently it's got a hardened flexstone thing in there. That's interesting. But right now, all the charcoal that I'm producing, I'm putting into a barrels, and it gets put into a survivalist generator, and that produces 320 RF per tick for quite a long while. And this thing does have a good buffer in itself, and then I still am using the hardened energy cell here to produce all of my power. Now, I want to make one more survivalist generator. So if you guys haven't seen how to make the 64 type of survivalist generator, we're going to go through it here real quick. Now, I have a couple of the 8 times survivalist generators up here, so we're going to grab those. Alright, let's pull up the recipe here real quick. So you take 8 times survivalist generators, 8 times survivalist generators, and then you put a transfer node of the hyper energy kind right there. So if you take that, the recipe for that is a transfer node, an energy transfer node, but it also takes a bedrockium ingot. So we need to make that. Over here, I've already made myself some regular transfer nodes, so we're going to pull that out of there. But down here, I think my yeah, I showed you guys this guy. I showed you this like maybe like I don't know, like 5-6 episodes back. This is my cobble compressor, and it is full at the moment. I don't know why. I can't imagine why it's full. This is a little strange to me as to why this is full. Why can't it compress? Alright, double compressed, triple compressed. I don't know why this is broken. But I do have 9 septuple compressed cobblestone here. So I'm going to grab that real quick. And I'm going to have to look into why this is... Oh, wait, something funky happened. Alright, input. Oh, okay. I guess maybe when the server got reset, all of these didn't connect. That's a little funky. I'm gonna have to go back and set all the inventories for these. So there we go. It's at least doing the double compress now. So be aware of that if you guys are running a server, that occasionally you might have to go back in here and reselect the inventory. Huh, I wonder what made that happen. I bet you it was just a bad crash of the server that did that. So anyway, that fixed it up. We can put this cobble back in here. And what I want to do is take this septuple cobblestone, and I want to turn it into octuple. Hello? There we go. Now, if you take 9 septuple, it makes an octuple, and that is as high as you can get it. And then if you take that octuple and you smelt it, you are going to get yourself a block of bedrockium. And if you then craft that, you get 9 bedrockium ingots. Very cool. Now, we can make a few things with that. We can make some barrels to hold a lot of liquid. We can make ourselves a reinforced watering can. Or we can make the thing that we were talking about, which is right here. If we put one of these in the middle, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think after a little bit, that should do. Transfer energy nodes. Maybe... Oh, wait. I put it in the crafting station. I need to put it in the QED, which is this guy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 bedrockium ingot, and it should start going. I made myself a few more of these Enderflux crystals to make it go faster, and I even put a pristine zombie man figurine for moral support. I think that'll help it a lot. So what I'm going to do is to just get rid of this effect. I'm going to put those in my bag. Very cool. It doesn't count for some reason. I don't know. So if we make these like this, one like that, and there we go. We take our hyper energy transfer node, shove that in the middle. We've got our 64 times survivalist generator, and I've got some of these. I might need some better power conduits, so we'll grab these as well. And we'll run these over here. And if I put that there, and then fly up and hover, I think that is going in. That does look like it's going in. Okay, good. It is producing. And you know what I should do? And I'm going to do it right now, is I'm going to upgrade these conduits. I'm using the enhanced energy conduits, which are fine, but let's start thinking big, shall we? Let's go ahead and knock these up to the latest greatest. We'll just do this real quick. Boop, 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 and boop. And there we go. That should be... We are now making, I think, about 600 RF per tick off of this guy. And this is just a barrel full of charcoal, and if I ever need to fill it up, what I can do is I can just pick it up with my dolly. I can run over to my charcoal system 5000 out here. I'm not sure what I want to call this thing, but I guess the charcoal system 5000, and I put it there like that, and the speed upgrades plus the stack upgrades should fill it up pretty quickly. You know, let's go ahead and add even more speed upgrades to this to make it the fastest thing ever. How many I got here? Let's grab... I don't want to put a lot just so I don't lag out the server, but I think 13 is good. I think 13 is super. It's super. We'll throw those in there. Boom. And that should fill that up. There we go. That is filling it up pretty quick, and you know, every so often we'll have to come out here and fill it up, but once we get a few more dimensional transceivers, we can definitely skip this step. But yeah, 500 stacks of coal is going to power our little base for quite a while. So cool, guys. I think we've definitely got an upgrade to our power system now. And our tree farm is working great, and I filled you in on some of the other aspects of the base. And yeah, I think what we're going to do in the next episodes is we're going to work more on building our new base, but I have some new things here that I want to get started. One of the things I definitely want to do right away is the division sigil, and I know that's spelled incorrectly. I just don't want to deal with it right now. We've got our better power set up, so I'm going to click that. I would love to start the calculator mod. I think that would be really fun. And one thing I want to check out is Z-tones. Actually, let's check it out now. Let's type in Z-tones and see if we can figure out this mod together. Somebody was telling me it's a lot like Chisel in the fact that you can make all kinds of decorative blocks. And now that I'm looking at it, these look pretty darn cool. So there's something here called argon. You take an argon, which is a Z-tones tile, and a Z-tones tile is something like that. Shall we make some of this stuff? Let's grab a bunch of stone. We're gonna make a bunch of these guys. If it will go. There we go. Make a bunch of those guys. Let's see if we can make an argon. Or, wait, what are we trying to make? A Z-tones tile. So there we go. We got 64 of those. What do these look like? Those are kind of interesting. I don't know if these are supposed to be building blocks or if they're supposed to be something else, but we've got those now. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. Alright, I'm going to put some stuff up here real quick, and we're going to continue messing with these. I want to make some of these kind of bit blocks. And maybe something like this. What is the aura blocks? So that is just glass with an ink sac in it. Let's check that out. So I should have something up here. Do I have any ink sacs? I've got a few of these. We'll take 3 of them. Take some glass, and let's make some of this aurora. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna make it. Not the prettiest block in the world, but it's something. I don't know what this is used for, but it's a different block. It's a thing. I think what I'm gonna have to do is find maybe like a tutorial for this. Alright, so if I take the Z-tones tile and then surround it with that, I get argon. Alright, let's try that. So if I go blup and I do something like this, I get argon. I don't know what argon is. It's kind of an interesting block. I wish it melded together better, but it's a block. Alright, I don't know what this stuff is, but it's something. How do I make a gelt? What do I do with the gelt? Gelt is the tiles plus a gold. Okay, you want to check out gelt? This makes no sense to me. This is like nonsense words almost. Alright, let's try a gelt, shall we? Alright, enough of that. We'll put the gold in the middle, we'll surround that by that, and we get a gelt. And a gelt looks like that. I guess that's something. It kind of looks like clay, but it has a little bit of a pattern in it. A little bit. Now, what I'm seeing with the Z-tones mod is that there's some sort of weird tool that people are using, and it's this thing. And a phoenix. And that looks like a complicated mess. I think we're going to get into this later when I understand it better. But these kind of look cool. What is a crypt? A crypt is a crypt. A crypt is that plus soul sand, and it makes a crypt. Alright, so these are just new building blocks, it looks like. There's something called a zone, which I think you get at Pizza Hut, and it's like their version of a calzone. I don't know. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get into this later. I don't fully understand what I'm doing yet, but I think it's just fancy building blocks. And that is it. Okay, guys, as always, I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a big thumbs up for me. That helps me out a lot. I'd appreciate any comments or suggestions you guys have. And until next time, guys, we'll see you all real soon. Bye!